You guys doing? My name is Bryson Noon, and welcome back. It's the second day I started telling stories, and I saw this morning that my last video on Gen X got 3 views, and to me, that's a lot. That shows that you guys are watching, and the high school freshman one had 1 view, so I thought might as well continue the school, high school. Sorry, I'm a little tired this morning. I literally just woke up. Anyway, so if I remember correctly, I remember when I first became a sophomore and after becoming a freshman, I thought I got the gist of it, and that's when I started coming out of my shell a little bit more. I started doing stuff I usually didn't do, going out with more people, went to the park a lot. Uh, I sat alone for lunch quite a bit. I kind of sat in the back lot of the. So there'd be an old gym right here, and then there'd be like bench, then there'd be a big court of just basketball hoops. It was like a big ass lot, because everyone loves basketball. It's like the best sport ever. So yeah, so I was right in front of them watching people play basketball. I would just eat there, and then eventually, I was in gym, and I met these 2 guys. Let's call them Jay and I. Now, Jay and I, when we first met, it was all fun and games. I remember the first meme we quoted to each other. It was, "Can we get much higher, so high?" The One Piece reel. Just looking at each other on the frisbee. We met in gym. We had free period, because we finished our work. So I go up to them. I'm like, "Hey, you guys want to play frisbee?" Because I see them around and I kind of talk to them a bit. They go, "Sure." We start playing and we're just saying memes to each other. Can we get much higher? One guy's going, the One Piece is real. So we're just having a jolly old motherfucking time. Then the boy Z comes out, and God, Z is gonna be really great. Just you wait till you hear the ending of Z. It's fucking wild. But Z comes around with skinny little kid glasses, and I'm like, all right, well, so what? There's some 3 kids in ever met before. Turns out they got a group at lunch, like they sit around and they eat, and we're doing all right. I mean, throughout the years, I noticed that maybe like the friendships between me and Z weren't like the most connected. You kind of threw me under the bus a couple times, but I never thought go where it went. But for right now, in the beginning of sophomore year, I was fine. I finally found friends, and I found another group to finally hang out with. I was tired of being a loner. I mean, I've always been a loner, but after you get a taste, you kind of want more. So I went through sophomore year. It was pretty much the same thing. I had biology. Teacher was all right. I had math. I had math. It was ran by a little Vietnamese woman, and that class was fun because it had my boy T, my boy C, and my boy N, and from the last math class, a freshman. And so we all hanged out. We're having a good time. Another C comes in. It's a different C. We'll call him CL because he kind of takes L. See, CL wore a lot of Adidas and thought he was hot shit. And I remember one time we were sitting around in math class, and he's like, "Man, you like kids?" I go, "Man, shut the fuck up." And he looked at me, you gonna say no? I said, "You better shut the fuck up right now." I swear to God, he finally shut. I swear to God, I was so mad, and I almost whooped his ass. And then my throughout sophomore year, it was pretty much the same old, same old. I just went through class. The little Vietnamese woman, I switched her out for another teacher. It just happened. I didn't really have choices. What happened, but it was all right, And there was like a little special ed kid in there, called Trenton or something with a T. Not Trenton. It was something else. Tristan, I think. So Tristan from North High, if you're watching this, shout out. You're really funny in math class. I'm sorry we kept stealing your pencil case, but I mean, come on. It was like kind of funny, at the beginning. They just kept doing it too much. Like I stole it once or twice, just as a little gift. I gave it back, but like I never kept doing it after that. It kind of gets boring. After like the 8th time, he's kind of just stopped laughing. He's like, I just give him the fucking pencil case. Anyway, though, so I mean, we're doing all right. Although my boy A and my boy M seems like they just somehow always get into trouble. Like M's always in fights getting expelled, and A's is always in fights getting expelled somehow too. And A doesn't even try. People just don't like him. I don't know why that is. You know, maybe he's just not liked, or maybe he's just a really infamous person over there. But he got into a lot of fights and a lot of scuffles. I'm trying to do a video, bitch. Anyway, he was never really like the most liked, and I always wondered if like that was because he did something in freshman year, or if he's just like a little bit annoying. Because I remember I knew him freshman year. It was a little bit annoying. It was in my earth science class. We used to do notes to each other, you know, just riding around. Shit, guy used to cute little kitty. Sorry, this little baby. Getting distracted. She just look at her little face, you know. Look at her little face. Anyway, so he got in a lot of fights. I remember one time I was with my boys, another ZA. Fuck, I'm getting tired of these. I can't use real names. I don't want to get sued, but basically ZA was a tall dude I was friends with. He knew S and the group from previous video, but he didn't like hang out with them big. He kind of just like stopped around every now and then. But he got in a fight with them, and then it turned into this big thing of like, oh hey, what side you gonna choose? I look at them like, oh, you could choose these nuts. That's two sides you could choose. I'm not choosing shit. So I literally just told them, I said, I'm gonna be friends with both of you. Who the fuck is gonna stop me? And I still was friends with them until we'll get to you on until later. Just you wait until the next video. The next video has all the juice in it. But sophomore year was alright. You know, I did my stuff. Z though, oh fuck, I remember all the shit he threw me under the bus for. Yeah, I remember one time he found a vape on the street and started smoking it, and then he got busted, and he put my name under it. And so whenever I went to this house, I have to be called something else, which is bullshit because he used my actual fucking name, like my real full name, to tell his parents who he got it from. And his parents thought that I smoked and then I stopped. Uh, womp womp. At least I don't smoke vapes off the street, you know. And then another time, fucking, oh god, I made a list, like an actual list of pros and cons, and I wrote down the pros and I wrote down the cons, and fuck, it was like 17 cons, like four pros, you know. I know it sounds a little weird right now. I do have examples of him being a dickhead. It's just I don't remember real good. But I'll do remember down the line, and I'll tell you more stories like that. But for right now, let's just say he threw me under the bus multiple times. He always does something stupid. He was that one guy who always chased the girls. You know that one guy who do anything. Like literally, we were playing that game where you could talk to strangers and you swipe if you don't like them. And whenever a girl will pop up, he literally just steal the camera and go, "Hey, what's good, baby girl?" Like, bro, you is not the Rizzler. Turns out that motherfucker was not the Rizzler. Anyway, we're having a good time. We're just enjoying ourselves, you know, because, hey, we're just kids, you know, so I go around. I'm meeting new people and all that. I meet another Z. We'll call him ZCH. And I'm just vibing and chilling. But then near the end of school, J and A, they're like, you know, screw this. This is kind of boring. We're tired of going to school where we keep being picked on, bullied. How about we go do one of online school or something? I wanted to do online school with them. I asked my parents. They said, "Quote, are you getting bullied?" I said, "No." And they said, "Why the fuck are we going to take online school?" I said, "I just want to." They said, "Quote, wah wah." So I kept going north. And finally, sophomore year ended on a somber note because I remember just walking through the halls, just me and my friends. It was all happy and everything, you know. I came to school as a pimp. I didn't do that freshman year, but for that Halloween, I had a pimp costume. I wore it brightly. It was a bright purple one. I showed you on the channel before. And I loved it. It was such a good costume. I'm still going to be a pimp every single year until that costume breaks down. But, God, I could just... Because you gotta realize how many people's faces you gotta see light up in and out of school. Like, I'll look at the street and I'll just see people smiling because they see a big purple pimp. I'll look at some girl's face. She's fucking laughing just because I'm just walking down, doing my little thing. Oh God, get out the way. And I recommend dressing up as a pimp. You know, if you really want to, but like not every single day. You know, it's like a special occasion. It's like Halloween. and you dress up as a pimp, you're kind of like dressing up as Superman on a regular day, you know? You're fucking Superman, you know? And finally, sophomore year ended. I was a pimp, and I remember it was two classes. Um, it was history, world history, and being a pimp in world history was kind of funny, but it was just very quiet. And then I had transition. Last one, I had a teacher, Miss J. Now, Miss J was a pretty good teacher. I liked her. And she had another teacher in there called Miss K. Now, Miss K was good. If you go north, you know who Miss K is just by default. It ends with Raymer, you know. You'll get what I'm saying, you bastards. But anyway, they were pretty good. On that day, the teacher was like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna do something special. How about a pizza party? What are you looking at them for, huh? What? They got food? Look at all the food they got over there? Little fatty. Why you got this big old belly? You gonna eat too much. Put you on a goddamn diet, you Weight Watchers." Anyway, so, Jesus fuck, stop it. So, and sophomore ending. Yeah, I'm sorry. This cat, she just wants love. I'm the only one in the house right now. Anyway, so sophomore year ending. I dressed up as a pimp and ate pizza. But before I did, I had to do it. I had to do just one. I got away with a yo mama joke with a teacher. You wanna know how I did it? Listen here. Listen here. I walk up smoothly, right? You have to have the swagger, dude. You have to have the balls, the cojones to do it. Walk up to her. I'm the first one up there, because it's pizza party. I'm a fat ass. Who cares? And she looks at me. She goes, "Hey, Bryson, nice costume. What are you doing after school?" Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I looked her dead in the fucking eyes. And I go, "Oh, probably your mother." Fucking, and I Sorry, it's a really fucking great memory to look back on. Eating pizza dressed as a pimp while saying a yo mama joke to the teacher. It's hilarious. And cause she did like this orange folder thing where we had to like sign in and do a little like work, and I hated it because like I was very lazy. I just wanted to sit and transition and do nothing but like just play on the laptop all day. So literally that was like that was like a small little bit of revenge too. God, she was a good teacher though, but yeah, and I sat down, I waited until the hours were over. I went home and enjoyed sophomore year. If I had to rate sophomore year, I give it a 7 out of 10. I was still pretty lonely, but, happy note it ended. On a real happy note, actually. So, yeah, no, actually, I kind of just feel like going over, uh, what was sophomore on. It's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. All right, so I'm gonna do junior next. I think I'm just gonna do it as soon as I'm done with this video, cause I'm kind of in the mood for it. I got a couple hours to kill, so I guess I'll see you in a minute.